Welcome back. Those were the main headlines and more details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inspected on Wednesday a number of models of armored vehicles after being developed by the Armed Forces Vehicles Department. During the inspection tour, the president was accompanied by Minister of Defense General Mohammad Zaki and head of the Armed Forces Vehicles Department Major General Kamal Wafai. The inspection tour comes within the framework of the President's follow-up of the development of the Armed Forces working system. The President reviewed a number of modern multi-use vehicles equipped for counter-terrorism as well as securing the home front of the armed forces and civilian police elements. President Sisi also listened to a future plan to develop equipment and vehicles to suit duties of the armed forces. President Fattah al-Sisi received on Wednesday Lebanese Prime Minister-designate Saad al-Hariri at the Ittihadiyya Presidential Palace. During the meeting, President Sisi expressed Egypt's keenness to support Lebanon to get out the current stage through upholding the national interest, settling disputes as well as accelerating efforts to form a government capable of dealing with current challenges. The President also expressed Egypt's keenness to support Lebanon to overcome the current crises, especially the repercussions of the Beirut port explosion and the coronavirus pandemic. For his part, al-Hariri praised the Egyptian-Lebanese historical ties, which are based on solidarity. Al-Hariri also expressed Lebanon's appreciation for the Egyptian efforts in supporting the country in all fields, especially in providing all forms of aid in the aftermath of Beirut port explosion. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry and Head of the General Intelligence Services Minister Abbas Kamel met on Wednesday with Lebanese Prime Minister-designate Saad al-Hariri. This came after President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received al-Hariri at Al-Ittihadiyya Presidential Palace. The meeting reviewed Egypt's firm position to support the security and stability of Lebanon and overcome the current challenges. For his part, al-Hariri praised the Egyptian efforts to support Lebanon, which reflects the strategic and historical ties between the two countries. Meanwhile, Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul Gheid also met with al-Hariri at the Arab League headquarters in Cairo. The meeting tackled the latest developments in Lebanon, including the formation of a new government that the Lebanese people hope it could succeed in facing current challenges. Abul Gheid expressed the Arab League support to Lebanon during this crucial period in its history, calling on Lebanese political parties to put differences aside for the sake of their country. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli inspected on Wednesday different projects of the new administrative capital, along with a number of ministers and officials. During the inspection tour, the Prime Minister held a meeting at the Cabinet headquarters in the governmental neighborhood. The meeting reviewed the ongoing projects in the governmental neighborhood, saying that there are directives from President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to consider standards of construction that reflect Egypt's greatness and its deep-rooted history. During the inspection tour, the Prime Minister affirmed the importance of accelerating the implementation rates in all projects. Minister of Health Dr. Hala Zaid and Minister of Sports Dr. Ashraf Subhi held a joint press conference on Wednesday to review the state's efforts to organize the 27th Men's Handball World Championship. During the press conference, the Minister of Sports expressed gratitude for President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's support to organize praised the joint efforts with the Ministry of Health to boost such an important event. For her part, the Minister of Health said that the Ministry of Health cooperated with the Ministry of Sports to organize this championship in a successful way. She reiterated that the ministry provided necessary medical care for the participating delegations.